Hi, welcome back to Shannon's Plants Planting Time. How are you today? Today we are going to check back in on a plant that I did a video about called the Care of Scindapsus Treubii Moonlight Houseplant. And in that video I talked about all the care requirements and everything that you would need to do to keep this plant healthy and happy. But today we are going to talk about the fact that it's such a slow grower. Now, I know and you know there is nothing we can do about that as far as growth rate goes. Well, really, I'm going to back up saying that. There are some things we can do that are within our control. But the actual growth, the rate of growth is really beyond our control. I mean, that's just Mother Nature. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things that we can do to increase the growth rate of the Scindapsus Treubii Moonlight, since it is so slow growing. This is mine after you saw it on the video. And today, one of the first things that you can do to help your Treubii grow is to give it a moss pole, and it helps with leaf formation. Instead of getting smaller and smaller as they grow out, they will get larger and larger, and in the wild this can grow 8 feet tall with leaves 4 to 20 inches long. So that is just crazy. So anyway, I'd love for mine to be 8 feet tall. Of course, it would be, I guess, not my ceiling height. And anyway, I cannot imagine that. Just walking along in the forest and you see beautiful Scindapsus attached to a tree. Oh, anyway. So I'm going to talk to you today why I stake this and about some things we can do to encourage growth on the Scindapsus Treubii Moonlight. So like I said, the first thing we can do is stake. The next thing that you can do, which I think I talked about in the video, the other video, is about keeping it in bright indirect light. It does tolerate medium light, but it will grow faster in bright indirect light, as most plants will, because it needs that photosynthesis action, that sunlight, for the photosynthesis to occur and make that plant growth happen. So then it is really, I'm trying not to break these, they're really hard to kind of pull up the stake. I had a giant moss pole for this thing. But anyway, as far as humidity goes, you really need a higher level of humidity to encourage growth, because it is used to high humidity coming from the jungle area and the rainforest, and so it is just used to a high humidity situation, and you don't want to take that away, because then the plant will not grow as fast. I mean, it won't acclimate to your house, so don't worry if you don't have a humidifier or whatever. It will acclimate to a lower humidity level, but it would do better if you could keep it in a higher humidity situation. I think these are really hard to pull up, y'all. It's got really, I think I can barely get that one yet. Sorry, pre-cut some of these. Oh God, what was I talking about? I know I was talking about how hard it was to pull this up, but I was talking about something else. Humidity. Oh wow, I really forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, the other thing you can do is keep it in a warmer temperature. You know, coming from the jungle, they're used to warm temperatures. They like warm temperatures, and that encourages growth on them. And then soil requirements. It's very important to have the right soil. This will do versatile soils. However, it needs to be well draining, and your pot needs to have a hole in the bottom, and it needs to dry out fast. So you need to amend it with a lot of, like perlite, charcoal, stuff like that. You can watch my video on how I mix my my potting soil. I'll link that down below too. But anyway, let's see, we did soil, we did temperature, we did humidity, we did warmth. I think that, big one, fertilization. You need to give your plant an all-around fertilizer during their growing season, and don't let the calendar tell you when growing season is. If your plant is growing, then it is growing season, okay? So, even if it's in the middle of winter, and if your plant is actively growing, say fertilize it. Sorry about that. I say fertilize it. Some people don't. Do what you want at your own risk, but I do fertilize. I use liquid dirt, and I love it. It is a well-balanced organic fertilizer. And I also add a little quarter teaspoon of Super Thrive to my gallon jug of water with my liquid dirt and Super Thrive. So I'm a liquid dirt Super Thrive girl all the way, and I love it. And I think I repotted this right before I got on with y'all, and I need to water him. I'm gonna make a mess, so I'll just hold it over this. And we need to spray down his moss ball. Sorry, it's kind of late at night, and I'm tired, and I'm not complaining, because it's not like I had to do this or anything. My dog is sick tonight, and bless her heart, she's a little chorky. You may have seen her on my channel before, and she's a little black chorky. She's so cute, and I don't know what's wrong with her. She keeps crying and not walking on her hind legs, and she's young. She's like a year old. So I hope it isn't anything like neurological or anything crazy. Of course, I used to be a nurse, so that's exactly where my mind goes to. Oh my gosh, she's got a neurological problem. But I'm gonna dump that water out in a minute. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a little bit sleepy was the point of that. I took Benadryl and went to bed, and then she woke me up, so I'm groggy. But anyway, so I'll dump that out because you should never leave standing water. And, well, sometimes people do, but you really shouldn't. It shouldn't cause root rot. And the other important thing is to keep this pole nice and moist, especially down here where the leaves are attaching. And I wouldn't really waste my time and do all that. I would just do, where the leaves are. These poles are wound so tight. It's almost hard to wet them. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I do. I may be alone in that. I think that mine's made of cocoa coir or something, or that coconut fiber, and it is just wound so tightly. I prefer the homemade moss poles way better, but that's just me. Alright, I think we've got this fella done, and I just cleaned his leaves, so I don't need cleaning. But anyway, yeah, so do all those things, Give him the bright light, give him the right kind of soil, give him the right humidity. Buy a humidifier if you have to. A cheap one is only $20. Give it that fertilizer no matter what the season, Give it that moss pole to climb up so it can get big and strong and healthy. And anyway, I hope to see you in the next houseplant video. That was my ending line. I don't know why I said that now. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what you think of this content. And I won't say it again, And, yeah. Scindapsus, Moonlight, Treubii, Moonlight. Now, thanks to a certain big company, now we all have access to them, and they are much cheaper than they were just a couple of weeks ago on the internet with shipping and costs. So yes, thank you to that big company. I think they're putting out, I heard that I know they put out the Raffta for a high because I haven't, and I heard they were also putting out brand tandems, so I'm excited about that. So anyway, thanks to them, plants for us at affordable prices. So anyway, have a good night, and I hope to see you in the next houseplant video. Sorry, I had to say it. Bye.